Hello and welcome to Season 4, Episode 2 of our career mode where we try and go from obscurity to Champions League glory. My name's Ashley and today on the episode we're at home to Southport and at home to Welling in the Vanarama National League. Our form since you were last with us has not been as good as one might expect. You were with us for the opening draw, 1-1. We then had a run of draws where last-minute goals and good displays but poor defending really cost us. Then a really big loss to Bury, 5-3. It was a hell of a game, but never really, we didn't look in at any point. Bury were ahead and just kept their lead at 2 goals throughout. A 1-1 draw at Halifax, and that was the final straw for me. I was fed up of conceding and fed up of not getting the goals, so I switched to a control mentality and we went and destroyed Macclesfield, which means that we're going to stick to a control mentality for these 2 games, both at home, and see how we do. Southport are low in the league, so hopefully we should be able to get something against them, which means heading into today's episode we are 15th with 7 points from 6 games, 3 points off the playoffs, 3 points ahead of the relegation zone. I think this episode could really determine which end of the table we're going to start looking at. The team for today is Durrell in goal, a back four of Eade, Simpson, Madden and Saki. Notice we've put those back to full backs and we've switched these to central defenders, whereas they were defensive central defenders. A midfield of Finney, Young and Andrews. We've gone back to a box-to-box midfield. A front three of Morton, Gregor Cox and McFarlane. McFarlane, only 2 goals so far. We need a bigger goal return from him. We've switched to control. We're staying with structured and pass into space. Let's get into today's game and see how we do. Sadly, no more players have joined us yet since you were last with us. We were hoping to find a defensive midfielder, as I mentioned in the last episode. Haven't really come across someone that's going to add to what we've already got at the club. Saki with the ball. Finney to Young. He can use McFarlane, who moves it over to Eade, who crosses, and McFarlane's there. That's exactly the point I'm making. He gets those chances and those opportunities, twice a game, 3 times a game, and he's just not putting them in. His finishing record really is appalling. But look at this. We are all over them. It's all being played in their third. We're having all the possession. 63% possession. You can't say we aren't the better team, but without any goals, it's worthless, I'm afraid. Half an hour in, we need to get up and start scoring. Madden wins the header. Andrews competing for it. Eade picks it up and launches one to McFarlane. Good tackle from their player, Jackson. Finney wins it, gives it away again. Nobody really wants this ball, although it keeps falling to them. But Andrews picks it up. Young, over the top to Morton. Morton going down the left-hand side. He's got McFarlane at the back post, who hits the bar. Again, he's missed the target. He's not scoring goals. You have to wonder whether he's the right player in that position. Not taking chances. 4 shots on target, 12 shots in total. Still 60% of the possession. We've been by far the better team, and we're just not scoring the goals. One wonders whether an advance forward might be the better option if we're playing on control. Gregor Cox, Andrews, whips it in. Morton's at the back post. He heads over the bar. I'm going to try it. I have no idea whether this is the right thing to do or not. We're going to go on advanced forward. The problem with advanced forward is he doesn't really help keep possession, but with control he might not, everybody's a bit further up the field maybe. With advanced forward, generally they get isolated a little bit, but if we're playing on control up the field, he might be the right choice. Gregor Cox puts it in, 68 minutes in, we're 1-0 up. We've been the better team throughout the game. It's been coming. Good play from McFarlane, and Gregor Cox with the goal. It's still all us. We're still holding the ball. We're still playing in their third. It's all us, but it doesn't look like there's going to be much else involved in the game today. 2 minutes, 1 minute. Final whistle, hopefully, from the throw-in, and it is. It's all over. It's another win. It's 2 wins on the trot, 2 clean sheets on the trot, which is also interesting. We go into our next game against Welling, who at the moment are bottom of the table. We push ourselves up to 13th, still 3 points off the playoffs, but that's a bit more like it. We'll see you in a second for the Welling game. And so we're back here ready for the Welling game. We've gone with exactly the same team. We're still sticking with McFarlane in that deep lying forward position because we did create a lot of chances with him in that position. We shouldn't get too worried by the fact that he missed one. Hopefully the next one he takes, and we can always switch it to advance forward during the game if we feel that that's working better. But I think deep lying forward really helps us keep possession a bit more, and with a control mentality, that's what we're going to try and do. Welling are bottom of the league. They're probably not playing with a lot of confidence at the moment. Let's hope that if we can keep the ball, we can lull them into a defensive mentality and just try and control the game like we did the last one. 20 minutes in, not a lot happening. We're having more shots, but suddenly they start getting all the ball. It's been turned around now. It's all us coming forward. Not a lot happening in terms of highlights. This could be a quick episode. We might have to show you the next game if they're this quick. It's half time and nothing has happened in this game at all, which means we are going to switch McFarlane to an advance forward for the second half, because he's just not, if we're not getting any chances, then why not have him further up the pitch to try and push them back a little bit. We're still having all the ball, all the possession, all the territory. There is a tough midfield battle going on, but it's all being played in their half, which I'm okay with. Hopefully a mistake will come. Doesn't seem to at the moment. Alex Reed is going to come on. And maybe Ben Rowthorne for Andrews. You feel that we should be winning this game. I mean, we've had 15 shots and we're not going to win. Finney to Madden to Morton. He should be looking to Eade. He's found Eade. He gets it inside. Morton with the chance to win it, and Fitzsimmons with a one-handed save. That was the chance. We've been waiting all game for that one chance. We didn't take it, and that's full time. How very disappointing. We deserved to win. We've got Woking next. I'll tell you what, we're going to make this a 3-game episode. We're going to be back shortly for the Woking game. How did we not win that? Unbelievable. And now the treat of the triple episode is here. We're away at Woking. It's going to be the same team, but we are going to put... No, we're going to keep it as it is on attack because we're away in this game. Slight difference. We're going to try and hold the ball. Let's see how it works. Again, for the first half, we can always change it to advance forward. Again, I still think it's right that we should be looking to try and keep some possession in these games. Set up a feel of how the game's going before we decide on exactly what we need to be doing. But it's exactly the same team for 3 games in a row, which is lovely. No injuries to worry about. You look at when Leicester won the Premier League, and they played with the smallest number of players playing together the whole season. It's quite often the way. Tight-knit groups they play together. They play more often together. They play better together. And Morton fires over the bar. But again, we're having shots, we're having chances. This controlled system seems to be working this year. We seem to be a much better team. Maybe it's just for a few games. Maybe it's just because we are better than the teams we're playing against. But I'm really liking what I'm seeing. I mean, good chance there for Woking to really get me to shut up, which many of you might quite like. but I still like this system. We're having a lot more of the ball. We're having a lot more chances. Young with the free kick, whips it into the back post. Morton gets pulled back. It's a penalty. I think also the idea that we're playing further up the pitch just means if there's mistakes, we've got time to recover from them, as Young's penalty is saved. Oh, that's painful. If we make mistakes higher up the pitch, we can recover from them. And if they make mistakes, it's closer to their goal, so we've got a better chance of taking advantage of them. And I think that's an interesting point. That in this league, when you play lower non-league football, territory is actually rather important. Half time, and how are we not ahead? Morton's fired over the bar. Young's had a penalty saved. We've been much the better side. The question of do we put McFarlane as an advance forward? He's not playing well. Let's put him where he wants to play as an advance forward. There's 3 games in a row we've done it. I might be slow learning the lesson, but the lesson is getting learned. Good interception by Gregor Cox, but he gives it away. And Orlu coming forward now with Brennan. Ball's over to, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, but it's a good ball, and it's 1-0 to them. They don't deserve it. We've been the better side. We've had the better chances today, and we've not taken advantage of it, and we find ourselves 1-0 down against a team that we shouldn't be losing to. Even if we are away from home, we've been the better side. I just hope we get a goal to bring us back into this game, because there's only been, there's been 3 good performances on the episode today, and we're going to walk away with only 4 points from 3 games where we could have had 9. 5 drop points in an episode. I mean, look at this. Look at the number of shots we're having, and just no highlights at all is coming on the screen. It's going to be a 1-0 defeat. It is a 1-0 defeat. How did we lose? How did we lose? I honestly don't know how we lost that, because we were by far and away the better team in that game, the better team against Welling as well. Sometimes there's just no justice in the world. That's the end of the episode. We have finished the episode in 15th place. 9 games gone, 11 points. I mean, look at that. 7 points already ahead of the relegation. We're not in that battle this season. 6 points off 7th. But if we'd have got those 5 points, we'd be 1 point behind them, which would have been far better position. No, we'd be level with them, wouldn't we? My maths is good, as you can tell. That's really, really disheartening. And I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Press the like button if you have. I'm glad you got to see 3 games this episode. Subscribe to see more of this season and future seasons to come. And thank you very much for watching.